Help has started pouring into one of the most deprived areas of the United States after it was devastated by the violent tornado that smashed through around 100 miles of Mississippi. Recovery crews have begun digging through and dismantling the twisted piles of wood and metal that only days ago were homes and businesses. From Rolling Fork, here's our North America correspondent Sophie Long.
From the air, you can see the direct path of destruction cut by the tornado. People who survived it say it was as big as the town itself and turned the whole sky black. Some trees have been stripped of their branches and uprooted. Others are totally untouched. As you drive into Rolling Fork, you can see the extent to which this community has been devastated.
Salvage what I can.
As survivors sift through what remains of their homes in the hope of salvaging something, they're still coming to terms with what's happened here.
I'm seeing little kids, hurting, seeing little kids. Seeing all them people hurt. So I did what I could, help move a couple trees, help pull a couple people from tight spots.
Darryl wasn't able to save his own uncle, who was in his trailer home when it was picked up and smashed to the ground.
Yeah, he'd be hollering, "Come on, my favorite nephew." He'll tell you that, then he get around the other. "Come on, my favorite nephew." He gonna be missed. He gonna be missed by all the Rolling Fork cause
everybody know him.
Everybody know him, and even though he got on their nerves, they loved him.
In the immediate aftermath of the tornado, Rolling Fork was eerily quiet. People were visibly dazed, trying to comprehend what had happened to their town. Now there is activity everywhere, with people just starting to try to clear some of the debris, get trees off cables so they can hopefully restore some power. This is the very beginning of the recovery operation, but as you can see, the task is enormous. This was the most deadly tornado to hit Mississippi in half a century. President Biden has promised to provide the support they need to rebuild, but there are fears there could be more ahead.
We see extreme weather events only increasing in gravity, in severity, and in frequency. And we have to build our communities to be best prepared for them, to prevent the devastation to the extent possible, to be able to quickly respond and recover, to prove ourselves resilient.
The thunderstorm that followed was a prescient reminder of that. It will be a long road to recovery for Rolling Fork. Sophie Long, BBC News, Mississippi.
Well, that's the view of Rolling Fork after the tornado from the ground. Let's just show you these pictures from before and after. They're satellite images of the town. This image is taken in most of the town a few days before the tornado struck. You can see just how normal, how orderly everything looks. And then let's take a look at the contrast to the scene after the tornado hit. Well, as you can see, houses, buildings totally devastated, trees blown over. It looks more like a scene from a war film, really. And here's Rolling Fork seen closer up from above. Again, this is before the damage caused by the extreme weather. Again, the same buildings after the tornado, reduced to the brick foundations, little more than piles of rubble. Devastating scenes there in Rolling Fork.